guys, welcome to my kitchen. Where are we going? What are we making? Today we're going northern Italy. Do you love cheese? Hopefully you love cheese because today is cheese day and pasta. So we're going to do a quattro. We're going to do a 4-cheese pasta white sauce. Absolutely delicious. This will be our 5th sauce in our series of 10. Maybe we might even go 12. I mean, we're getting a little crazy here. So let me go over ingredients with you. Let's start having some fun. First thing you're going to need are some cheeses. So we got a pecorino. That's not from today. This bit that's gone, I want to share with you. I did not eat any of this today, I swear to you. So we've got pecorino romano, absolutely phenomenal. And then we've got the Parmesan, the king of all cheeses. Oh, Parmigiano Reggiano, just absolutely beautiful, delicious. So we're going to use a half a cup of each. Now we're going to use a Gorgonzola. I like a Gorgonzola, like a blue cheese. It's got that tangy, sour, that extra punch to the flavor that you can't get with any other cheeses. So same thing, we're going to use a half a cup, maybe a little bit more if we're feeling crazy, of a Gorgonzola cheese or a blue cheese. Now we want some creaminess on top of the cream, right? So now we're going to add a half a cup-ish of a ricotta cheese. So get the whole milk ricotta cheese. It's going to be creamy. It's going to add that texture. It's going to add a little extra body to your cheese. And that's delicious. Those are going to be our 4 cheeses. Now we're going to add more flavor to the cream, more flavor foundation to the sauce. So in this case, our sofrito, which I guess would not technically be that, but I like using a shallot. I find sometimes the onion is a little bit, and there's different varieties, obviously. I find the onion to be a little bit strong sometimes. A shallot's going to be a little bit sweeter. It's a little bit more delicate, a little gentler. So we're going to use 1 whole shallot, and then we're going to use 1 clove. Nothing crazy here, just 1 clove of the garlic. I like the bulb because it looks cool on the table here. We're going to use a half of a cup of butter. Salted is what I have. So again, if you use an unsalted, just maintain, be knowledgeable. If it's unsalted, you're going to probably add a little bit more salt. Just a quick little tip with our cook's hat on. Pecorino Romano is a sheep's cheese, but it is very salty, which is great, and I love that. But you're not going to add a lot of salt because you're going to have salted butter and you're going to have pecorino. So just a little bit of salt because all your cheeses have salt in it. Now the foundation of our sauce, our 4-cheese sauce, is going to be cream. So you'll need 2 cups of a heavy fat, like a whipping cream, highest fat content you get. Remember, fat is flavor. And if you're worried about calories or fat, don't add a ton of sauce. You know what I mean? Add a little less sauce. All right. We're going to add some salt here. I like either a French sea salt, as you know, because that's sexy, or we can use the Sicilian flat salt. Today we've got the French sea salt. It is a briny, it is a sexy, it is a delizioso, so we're going to love that. And though I do believe Italians are more sexy than French, obviously that might be a point of contention, but I think it's a fact. I don't even think it's an opinion. We do have some olive oil here. Some of you guys have been asking me about our Vito and Joe's extra virgin Italian olive oil. We do have some shipments coming out. With everything going on in the world and having some trouble last year's harvest, we had some trouble, but we do have some oil coming out, and I'll make an announcement when that's ready to go. As far as pasta goes, again, you want a nice thick pasta. You can use a coil. You can use a tube pasta. I like a fettuccine pasta, so I've got a 1 pound of the fettuccine pasta that we're going to get going with that. I might grab a little greenery just to finish the top, whether you got a little parsley, chop it up fresh. Not so much for flavor, just to garnish, to make it pop on the plate. Looks good for photographs. And I think we're going to get ready to rock and roll. We got some Frank Sinatra playing in the background. And what do you say? Let's get cooking. For starters, let's just grab a clove here. That's good right there. So we're going to use 1 clove. And we've got 1 shallot here. So I'm just going to cut the top. I'm going to cut the bottom off. Shallots are so gentle. They're very common in northern Italian cooking cuisine. You don't see them as much in the South. Now we're going to make a cream sauce. So we really want to essentially emulsify this. We want all of this to be really, really small and break apart as we cook it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this nice and small. And your cuts now, you want to be thin and small. Almost about as thin as you can get it. Now, guys, I'm going to go medium heat. I'm going to take 1 cube of my butter, and I'm going to take about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of olive oil. Onions always take longer than our garlic, so we're going to put our onions in first. Very gently, guys, take your shallot, your butter, and your olive oil and give it a nice stir. What you're trying to do here is coat your shallot with oil. And we want to cook this down a lot. Why is that important? We want to cook the flavor, and when I say that, it sounds kind of odd, but we want to cook the sharpness out of the onion or the shallot. We want it nutty and caramelized and sweet. We don't want to have a harsh rawness to the shallot at all. Same will be true with the garlic. I'll get that over here in a minute. Next is our garlic. Give this thing a smack. An important tip on garlic, if you're out there dating, and again, we want to slice this really small. You know, what you do is before the date, you get your hands covered in raw garlic. Just get them covered. And then when you get together with your significant other, male or female, you know, they're going to have one of two responses, right? They're going to go, oh my gosh, that smells terrible. I hate garlic. And at that point, why are you even in the relationship? You know what I mean? You just call the date a loss and just move forward, or a win in that case, right? Or she or he may say, oh my God, let me smell your hands. I love the smell of garlic. And if that's the case, I mean, you know, I think we're talking to the parents. I mean, something magical is going to happen that night. There's no doubt about that. All right, so we want to cut this down a lot. And again, we're really looking to make this dissolve. A garlic press is not a bad idea either in this. Been about 5 to 6 minutes on the onion. It's just starting to get a little tender. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my garlic in, and we're going to cook this down for a good 10 minutes. Now we're going to lower the heat. We want this to simmer, get soft, almost mushy. Okay, guys, I'm giving myself some biceps here. I got the I'm almost out of breath. Pecorino done. I've got my Parmesan cheese done. I've got my Gorgonzola cheese done. I'll tell you what else that makes this come out absolutely molto delizioso is when you subscribe to the channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Hit the notification bell. Anything we got going on the farm, the blog. We got some new oil being shipped in. Anything we got going on with Cooking and Telling Joe comes right to your notification box. It means the world to me when you subscribe to the channel. Something else too, you'll notice, like for example, today we're using a Makenzie Childs. A lot of times we'll feature some of the products that we're actually an affiliate with, and we get a small commission. So just hit the link down below if you like some of the products we're using or you want to check out that brand. We get a small commission, really helps out the channel. Our onions and shallots are done. They came out just beautiful. So just on the touch of brown. You don't want to go any more than that. That's beautiful. They're going to be nutty, and they're just going to add a beautiful, delicious flavor to the butter and to the oil. Now we want to add our sauce. The key tip here, guys, is warm, not hot. We do not want to heat anything hot because it'll break the cheese. So what we want to do is go really, really slow, really easy. First thing I want to do is add my butter, and that's going to cool everything down just a bit. Next, guys, I'm going to add salt, and I'm literally going to add a heavy pinch of salt. That's about all I'm going to need right there. Now I'm going to add my ricotta cheese. And I'm doing this strategically before I add my cream. See how that's mixing really well. Now we're good. We can see the heat coming off. We're going to add the cream nice and slow. I'm going to add about 1/3 of it. Goal here is to get it really well mixed. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my cream. Now I've got my Pecorino Romano, Parmigiano Reggiano. Last is my Gorgonzola. We're going to mix really slow, and all we're looking to do is get everything melted. That's it. And then you're going to pull it off the heat. So as soon as you see everything kind of dissolve, and you'll do that by lifting this up. See how it's almost there? See, I can still see a little bit. Okay, guys, I just turned the heat off. That's exactly what I want. See how creamy that is? I'm going to put a cover over it. I'm going to put it off to the side. Pasta water's ready to go, guys. We're going to put a heavy teaspoon of salt in my pasta water. A pound of pasta in our Makenzie Childs bowl right there. Trick on good pasta. Number 1, get that water boiling. Number 2, season your water well like seawater. Number 3, plenty of water and stir it frequently, and you're good to go. We're going 6 to 9 minutes. We're looking for al dente, to the tooth. How do you know when your pasta's done? My rule, pull it out about a minute before you think it's done. We're about 7 minutes in. I'm going to take a Makenzie Childs bowl, a little tip. Just throw like a teaspoon, not even, of olive oil in your dish. Don't worry if you get a little pasta water in there. That's totally fine. Pasta's still cooking. Just give it a quick little stir. You're just looking for the smallest amount of olive oil to get on everything. Nothing will stick. I'm going to go ahead and throw my sauce right on top. Just a small bit of parsley on there. I'm going to give that a little bit of a stir. Just the aroma. You can get the onion, the garlic, the butter, the cream. I can smell the gorgonzola cheese right there. Just fantastic. Favorite time, taste time. Just the aroma. I mean, you get the cheeses right away. You get a little bit of the garlic, a little bit of the onion. Gorgonzola for sure. The top. You get a little bit of the garlic and a little bit of the onion. The Charlotte, just so gentle. It's nutty and earthy. It's so good. The gorgonzola is definitely giving me the hit the most, but not overpowering at all. Pecorino, Parmesan is just creamy. The ricotta, obviously not a lot of flavor, but adds a lot of cream texture to it. Pasta's beautiful al dente. Man, that is good. Guys, thanks so much for joining me in my kitchen today. What a simple, easy, fun, absolutely delicious recipe. Number 5 in our series of 10, or who knows how many we're going to do. We're going to have a lot of fun. Now remember, really important tip, hit the subscribe, give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell. And to close, guys, my most important tip, and it's one of the reasons we started doing our videos, every week, couple times a month, shut off the TV, the computer, your cell phone, get around the table with your family and friends, cook stuff, burn stuff, have some fun, tell some stories. You know what? You're going to celebrate your heritage. Whatever that may be, doesn't matter. But more important than that, you're going to set traditions of love. They're going to last you a lifetime. I know they did for me. Hey, guys, from my kitchen years, until next week, bon appetito.